ask anything in my name in the way I tell you, and he says, I will do it. John 14:14. Watch, we're going to have some mystical stuff here. What did he say? Ask anything in my name, in meditation, the way I tell you, and I will do it. And how can he do it? Because he said that the Father would do it. What is the Father's name? If you go to the book of Exodus, and in the book of Exodus, chapter 3, verse 13, you'll see that Moses was in the desert. You know what that means? What does desert mean? Desert means confusion. Moses was in confusion. Let's follow this. Remember Moses went to the burning bush? Let's follow this. Here's Moses. He's you. He's in the desert. It means he's confused. He doesn't know which way to turn. All of these words are symbolic. That's the way the Easterners wrote the Bible. Okay? So he goes up to the mountain. That's what Jesus is talking about. That's the higher consciousness, the Father. The higher consciousness is the mountain. Okay? He sees a bush. The bush is that which is attached to the earth. That means in the center of his carnal mind. That which is attached to the earth is the carnal mind. That's the human mind that you and I use. And in the midst of that bush, he sees a fire. Fire means spirit. So what does it mean? It means that Moses, who was confused, raised his conscious level, overwhelmed, right in the middle of his carnal mind, he saw that which is the spirit. Not with his visible, physical eyes, he saw it with his single eye, as Jesus tells you, if your eye be single. And what happened? He then receives this message from that which is the great communicator, that which is the cosmic entity, the higher consciousness, where God, the universal God, speaks. And what is the name? He asks, what is your name? And then God gives his name. And this is the name that is given. You ready for this? I. That's God's name. I. I am that I am. Why two I ams? Because it's YH, which is the male, WH, which is the female. In all, as Jesus said, when God created them, he made them male and female. It is that part of all of us. The spirit and the mind. Male and female. Male mind, female spirit. Okay? He made them male and female. So his name is I. And so this, then through tradition, this YHWH started to be pronounced Yahweh. And that's how the word Yahweh came. God didn't make that up. We made that up. But when the religion moved to Europe, there was no Y in Latin. So it became I, and there was H, but there was no W, so that became V, and there was an H, and this I in Latin is pronounced J, so it became JHVH, and we made it Jehovah. It wasn't. We made it up. See? But these figures, these characters that stand for I am and I am are the male and the female, which is in all of us. So the name of God is I. See? If you really want to, and this will really get your friends freaked out at you, but this is what you say. If they say, what is your name? Your name may be Charlie, or your name may be Harry. Who plays right field for the New York Mets? Darryl Strawberry. Okay, we got that. Who's catching now for the San Francisco Giants? Gary Carter. Okay. Who's the great ball player for the Chicago Bulls? What's his name? Well, anyhow. And I should have thrown, who is that? Frank, who's the guy that plays for the Chicago Bulls? The great basketball player. Huh? Johnson, you're worse than I am. Somebody said us the name. We're drawing a blank. But what I'm trying to say is you identify people by their name. God's name is I am. So when somebody says to you, who is God? You say, I am. And they say, oh, he believes that he's God. No, it's not that me. It is I. The higher consciousness is I. So when Jesus says, ask anything in my name, ask anything in the way I tell you via meditation, and I will do it. That does not mean Jesus will, because Jesus said he can do nothing. It means I will do it. And what did Jesus say? I and the Father are one. That means I is the center of your consciousness. I am that I am. So as you ask in the way that Jesus said, you raise yourself to the higher consciousness, you come to the center of your own existence, which is God, which is I, in that place above human thought, and there, that which is the I will do, as long as you ask simply for that power, that wisdom, that understanding to come pouring down and to lift you up above all of these things, which are the things of the lower mind.